It's official. A walk of St. Francis, leading pilgrims to Rome from Assisi, is now open once again.
Esta es la inauguración de la Via Francigena de San
This is the inauguration of the Via Francigena, because, as you know, just as the walk of St. James in Spain, there are many routes that lead to Rome. This is one of those paths which comes from the Franciscan tradition. So from here, a person can walk 65 miles to Rome. In fact, the trail begins in Assisi. This place, Greccio, is the place where St. Francis first made the nativity scene. And here as well he wrote some texts that are important in the Franciscan tradition. Given that this is a truly beautiful spot, we decided to host the inauguration here. From this walk, pilgrims can learn what is essential to life, to learn to think of those things that count. In our lives, there are so many things that are built up that aren't essential, and the walking in this place, teaches us this.
The fresh air, nature, the path, the history. It's certainly not the first time the walk's been walked. The idea is being relaunched after the tradition fell into disuse in recent centuries.
The Via Francigena passes through here. This is one of the many routes by which people came to Rome from Western and Eastern Europe. These routes were important because they were used by pilgrims on their way to the See of Peter. This particular path was taken by St. Francis when, at the beginning of the 1200s, he went to see Innocent III to obtain approval for the rule of the order he founded. It's an extraordinary order, which then spread throughout the world, which calls people to poverty, simplicity, and the beauty of creation. Along these routes, both in antiquity and modern times, man can still today rediscover those values, like the capacity to observe nature, that of taking the path into their hearts in the silence of their walking, but most of all, the deepening of their relationship with God. These are paths where the three values of beauty, astonishment, and harmony can still touch man's heart and carry him to God.
Pues con este recorrido uno entra dentro de la espiritualidad franciscana.
With this route, a person enters into the Franciscan spirituality, and also that of the pilgrim. The Franciscan spirituality is knowing how to discover the hand of God in the nature He created, encountering one's neighbor and the simplicity of life. This is everything that contributes to a harmony, to live in peace with oneself and one's neighbor. And at the same time, it is a path that leads to Rome. Rome is a symbol of the Church. Different motives might lead someone to take on these routes, even in non-religious ones. But the goal is to enter into the house of Peter, which is the Church.
As a token of the completion of the walk, the Vatican's Pilgrim Office is promoting an official document of recognition.
El Testimonium es el certificado que damos a
The
todos.
Testimonium is the certificate that we give to all those who have walked the 65 miles. But to walk these 65 miles, you need to have a credential like this one. It's like a type of passport on which, along the route, a person gets stamps. When the person arrives in Rome, having collected all the stamps that show he's walked those 65 miles, he can receive the Testimonium.
Organisers hope that the Via Francigena will achieve the popularity of the famous Spanish Walk of St. James.